But whereas nowadays we see that somebody will eat desserts, somebody will eat some chocolates or some ice creams after the end of the food. So it is very unscientific because after the digestion of after the end of the food, we want the pitta to start its work, not kapha. So if we eat sweets and ice creams, the kapha increases. It leads to mandagni and it leads to hama. So always in Ayurveda, start with Madura, end with Kashaya, as per the sequence of rasa is the logical thinking. So here, the patient, when suffering from Kafajagrahani, he will have many lakshanas like delayed digestion, Hrullasa, Chardi, Aruchi, Asyopadeha. That means the patient's mouth is always sticky and he has more mala in his mouth, more coating inside the mouth. Madhurya, without eating any sweet, the taste of the mouth becomes Madura. Kasa, Stevana, Pinasa, Hridayam Mannate Sthanam, heaviness in the heart region. Udaram Stimitam Guru, Stimitam iti Ardravastra Achhadanam. The abdomen feels like as if somebody has put a wet cloth on the abdomen. That much of heaviness is there and dampness is there. Guruta is there. And here the Udgaras are Dushta Madhura Udgara. Sadanam Strishu Aharshanam. Strishu Aharshanam is lack of libido. We know Staulya, Rucha Vavayata is there. So Kafaja Nanatmaja Vikara, diabetes, Staulya, Prameha, Medoroga, everywhere there is a loss of libido. The sexual potency of the person goes on decreasing. Same thing happens in the Kafajagrani also. The Mala Lakshanas in Kafajagrani are Binna Ama Sleshma Samsrushta. It is Binna, broken, not well formed. Ama, Sleshma Samsrushta, mucoid stools. Guru Varchaha Pravartanam, heavy stools are there. It can be done by the Apsu Majjana Pariksha. The Mala will sink in the water. Guru Varchaha Pravartanam. Akrushasyapi Dorbalyam, Alasam Kapatmake. The patient is not Krusha, but he has Dorbalya. These are the Lakshanas of Kafajagrani. Sannipataja is just a mixture. So diagnostic criteria, what Charaka has told for the Mala Pariksha. This is not just for Grahani, it is holds good for all the diseases, my dear friends. Like Atisara, Amatisara, Pakwatisara, Samajwara, Niramajwara. Right? So Amagrahani, Niramagrahani. For all these parikshas, in the Mala Pariksha, don't think that this pariksha is only for Grahani. It is for a standardized Mala Pariksha for all the diseases, where you have to differentiate between whether the condition is Sama or Nirama. So this shloka is very important. This is called as Apsu Majjana Pariksha or Mala Jala Nimajjana Pariksha. Majjati Ama Gurutvad Vitpaktvatu Utlavate Jale. Majjati Ama Gurutvad. Because of the heaviness, the Mala, which is Ama, will drown at the bottom of the water. Paktva to Utplavate Jale. Once the Mala is Pakva, it will float on the water. But remember, there are 4 to 5 conditions where you should not do this test. And even though if you do this test in these 4 5 conditions, the test will confuse you by giving a negative results. What are those? Vina, except. This test will hold good only in other conditions except Atidrava Mala. If the Mala is Atidrava, then how can you put it on the water? It will just mix with water and it may float also. It will confuse you. Even though it is Amamala, you say that it may be Pakwa because it is floating on the water. Or it mixes and it gets confused. So Ati Dravamala, this test should not be done. Ati Sangatamala, more dense hard stool, don't do it because even though it is Pakwamala, because it is Ati Sangata, it will sink at the bottom and you will misdiagnose as a Amamala. Number 3, Ati Sheetamala, again Kapha Samsrushta. 4th one is Sleshma Pradukshanat. Both these, even though they are Pakwa, because they are Shita and Kapha Pradushta, they will sink at the bottom and misdiagnose you. That is why these Lakshanas, this examination should be done for the doing the Mala Pariksha to decide whether it is Ama or Nirama. Coming to the Chikitsa. Now, Chikitsa, especially Panchakarma, first we'll start with Shodhana and then Shamana because once you know there are 3 conditions, Bhaudoshavastha, Madhyama Doshavastha, Alpa Doshavastha, and Samavastha, that is Oshtashita and Sarvashrokashita. See here, that's why Charaka says, Grahani Mashita Dosha Vidagdahara Murchitam, Sa Vishtamba Prasekarti Vidaharuchi Gauravaihi, Amalinganvitam Drishtva. So if you see the patients suffering from Vidagdahara, Vishtamba, Praseka, more watering of the mouth. Arti, cutting type of pain, colicky pain in the abdomen. And Vidaha, Aruchi and Gaurava, loss of appetite and heaviness. Then you have to understand that the patient is having Amagrahani. Amalinganvitam Društva. Dukoshnena Ambunam Uddharet. Uddharet iti Vamayet, Chakrapani commentary. Don't go for Snehapana and giving vomiting. He says Sadyomana. This is the reference of Sadyomana because the Ama Visha is present in the stomach. Patient is having Ama Lakshanas. First and foremost treatment, as somebody has consumed the poison, what you do stomach wash. So what is the poison here? Dushta Anna, Apakwa Anna is itself is the poison. Remove that poison out of the body by giving Sadyomana. Don't go for classical Omana like Deepana Pachana against Nepanam. Then one day Kafa Utlesika Ahara. By that done, the patient will be gone. So this is the reference of Sadyomana by giving just Sukoshna Jala, some salt water, warm water you give and then initiate the vomiting. Or else you can also give Falanamva Kashayena Pippali Sarshapa Stataha. So Madanaphala Kashaya or Pippali and Sarshapa, because Pippali itself is Deepana Pachana and Sarshapa is again a Vamanopaga, or it initiates somewhat vomiting. So these Kashayas can also be given for inducing the Sadyomana. This is the previous look of what we saw was the Amambala present in the Amashaya. Now, if the Amambala is present in the Pakvashaya, Vamana is contraindicated because you cannot bring the whole Ama from the large intestine to the mouth. It is too tedious. It is Vilomagati. That's why he says, Leenam Pakvashayastam Vapyamam Sravyam Sadipanaihi. Sravyam iti Virechanam. Here, the Ama doshas are present in the Pakvashaya. They are leena, they are hidden. Then you have to go for Sravyam, that is Virechana with Deepana Dravyas. Third option, if the Ama doshas, neither they are present in the Amashaya nor in the Pakvashaya, but they are spread all over the body, neither Vamana helps, neither Virechana helps. What you have to do? Shariranugate Same Rase Langana Pachanam. The Samarasa spread all over the body. Vamana also doesn't work, Virechana also doesn't work because the doshas are not present in the koshta, they are Shariranugata in the shakas. At that time, if you use Shodhana, you are killing the patient as if you are destroying the fruit, the unripe fruit, by trying to squeeze out the juice out of it. So, Langana Pachana is the best treatment of choice in Sarva Shariranugata Sama doshas in Grahani. Because Langana Pachana will do the Ama Pachana and Agni Deepana, of course. So, this is Virechana and Langana Pachana in Grahani. Coming to the Basti, in Vatasagrahani Chikitsa, Charaka says, Jnatva tu paripakvamamam. Once you understand that the Ama has been digested properly by giving the Deepana Pachana, Langana, then Marutam Grahani Gadam. In case of Vatasagrahani, Deepaniya Yuktam Sarpihi Payet Alpasho Bishak. Deepaniya Dravya Siddha Grita should be given in little quantity as a pana. Or the same Nirobasti, like see, Snehana, Dashmuladyagrita, Prayushnadyagrita, Panchamuladagrita. All these are Deepaniya Gritas. By this, once the Agni is Sandukshita, but the patient still complains of Sakta Vinmutrata, then Snehana for 2 or 3 more days should be given, followed by Nirobasti. How to give Virechana in Grahani? After Nirva, if there are Sasesha doshas, we call it as remnant doshas, because Nirobasti may not take all the doshas out. In such a case, if you think that some doshas are remaining inside the body, then we have to adapt for the Virechana either with Eranda Taila, because Eranda Taila, you know, it is Ushna Virya, it is Deepan also. Tilvaka Grita, Tilvaka is Lodra, which is Virechaka, or Kshara Grita. Then after that, Anuvasana Basti can be given by, after Koshta Shuddhi has been taken place, if there is excessive Rukshata, then only go for Anuvasana Basti, or else, we all know that we are using any of the Chaturveda Snehapana, or Chaturveda Snehas in Anuvasana Basti, and Sneha again will affect on the Agni. That is why Charaka says that once after Koshta Shuddhi, if there is more Rukshata in the Koshta, leading to Baddha Varchas, leading to constipation, then only, I repeat, only then you have to give Anuvasana Basti, or else Anuvasana Basti should not be given, because Anuvasana Basti always there is a use of any one of the Chaturveda Snehas, which will impact again Agni and increase the Grahani Lakshanas. So Deepaniya, Amla, and Vatagna Dravya Siddha Tailas can also be given as a Anuvasana Basti. Then some Shamana Aushadhis which are mentioned for the management of Grahani. Chitrakadevati, most widely used by everyone, contains Panchalavana Chitraka, right? So this Chitrakadevati can be given for Deepana, Pachana, as well as treating the other symptoms of Grahani. Abhaya Adi Churna, Haritaki, Abhaya is again Deepana, Pachana, Anulomana, Pippalya Adi Churna, Maricha Adi Churna. These can be given as a Samana Aushadhis. Then Pittaja Grahani, the Chikitsa should be adopted like this. Swasthanagatam Utklishtam Agni Nirvapakam Bishak. That means the Agni Nirvapaka, that the Sama Pitta, which is present in its own place, Dravata increased, will destroy the Agni. Hence, Pittam Jnatva Virekena Nirhare Vamanena Va. So, two options Charaka has given. One is Vireka or Vamana. When Vireka, when Pitta is present in its Pitta Sthana, go for Virechana. If the Pitta is present in the Kapha Sthana, go for Vamana. This is the logic. Snehartha Grita for Pittaja Grahani, if you want to give for classical Virechana or classical Vamana, then Chandanadi Grita, Nagaradi Grita, and Bhunimba Grita, which is again, Bhunimba is a very bitter drug, which is Yakrutu Tejaka and Pitta Shamaka. In that condition, these Gritas can be given as Snehapana, only provided Nirama Vasta, I repeat, Nirama Vasta, Chandanadya, Nagaradya, or Bhunimba Grita can be given and go for Virechana. Then afterwards, once the patient has attained the Samyak Shuddhi, Vachadi Churna and Kiratadya Churna, Kirata Tikta, best again Pitta Shamaka, this can be used as a Shamana Aushadhi. Then briefly discussing about the Kafaja Grahani, Grahanyam Shleshma Dushtayam Vamitasya Yathavidihi. So if Kafaja Grahani is there, Yathavidhi Vamana should be given. After Vamana, Katvamla Lavana Ksharais Tiktaischa Agnim Vivardayeta. So after classical Vamana, go for Katu, Amla, Lavana, Kshara, and Tikta Dravyas for Agni Vivardhana. Examples are Pippaladegrita, Ksharagrita, Madhukasava, Duralabasava, Moolasava, Pindasava, and Madhvarishta. All these are very good for the treatment of Kafaja Grahani. Some churnas after these asavas, like Pippaladi Churna, Kiratadi Churna is there. Kshara Prayoga is told in Grahani, especially Kafaja Grahani, only Kshara Prayoga should be done, not in Vata and Pitta, or else we are causing some troubles if you give Kshara in Vata and Pitta. Only in Kafaja Grahani we have to give Ksharas like Pippali Mulada Kshara, Malataka Kshara, Duralabadha Kshara, Bhunimbadha Kshara, Haridradyam Kshara Gutika is one of the drugs which is available readily in the market. So Ksharavati can be given. Now this is a blessing in disguise for Grahani. That's why we say Takram Shakra Sadurlabham. Indra can get Amrita or Sura, but he is so unlucky person that he cannot get Takra. This is a blessing in disguise, I say. Why? Takram tu Grahani doshe, Deepana Grahi Lagavat Sreshtam. You have to put a comma there. So what has happened? Let us see the Samprapti of Grahani. What has happened in the Grahani? We said that Grahani dosha means Agni dosha. So what has lost in Grahani? Agni's Deepana Shakti is lost. The Grahani's Grahana Shakti is lost. So Agni is not Deepta, Grahana Shakti of Grahani is lost. Now see how the Samprapti Vigatana is done by only Takra. Just Takra. Takram to Grahani doshe, in Grahani dosha, Takra is Sreshta because Deepana Grahi Lagavat. So it does Agni Deepana, it enhances the Grahana Shakti of Grahani. That is what is important now. Because Amameva Vimunchati, undigested food is let forward. But here, if Takra is given, the Grahana Shakti of Grahani is increased. Hence, the food is held for the long time until it is properly digested. And Takra is Lagu. Hence, even though it is Agni Mandya, it can be easily digested. Deepana Grahi Lagava Sreshtam. Now, why Takra is again Sreshta? Because Madhura Pakitvat Nachapittam Prakopayet. Takra is being Madhurapaka, it will not increase Pitta. Which type of Takra will not increase Pitta? Sadhyaskam Avidahitat. In the fourth line he says, I'll come there. Kashayoshna Vikasitvat Raukshat Cheva Kafehitam. The Takra which is Kashaya Rasa, Kashaya Anurasa, Ushna Virya, Vikasi Guna, and Ruksha Guna, it will not increase Kapha. So because of Madhura Vipaka, it will not increase Pitta. Because of Kashaya Ushna Vikasi and Rakshatvat, it will not increase Kapha. Vata also it is good because it is Swadu Amla Sandratvat. It is Madhur Rasa, it is Amla Rasa, and Sandra, that means somewhat thick takra if you give. Sadyaskam Vidahi, freshly prepared, which is not sour. That type of takra is good for Vata. So takra is a blessing in disguise, my dear friends, for Grahani. It is good for Pitta, it is good for Vata, it is good for Kapha. Tasmat takra prayoga. That is why takra prayoga is best in Jataranam Tata Arshasam. In Udar Roga, Arsha Roga, Vihita Grahani Doshe, Sarvashastan Prayojayet. So in all the Agni Vikaras, especially Grahani Dosha, Udara and Arsha, takra is Amrita Samana. And one of the drug Takrarishta, you all know there are two Takraristas mentioned in Charak Samhita, one for the Grahani and another one I think you all know where it is mentioned. So just I'm giving the clue whether it is Udara or Arsha, you just decide yourself, you may comment on the box. So first here Takrarishta is, this is Grahani mentioned Takrarishta. There are two Takraristas. So here, see the ingredients, Yavani, Ajamoda, best Deepana Pachana Grahi. What do you want in Grahani? Deepana Pachana Grahi, that's best. Amalaki, Pathya, Haritaki. So Amlaki, Haritaki, Devando, Deva, Deepana Pachana, Nallomana, Maricha, three Palamshikam, all together, three Pala you have to take. Lavanani, all five Lavanas, Palamshani, Pancha, Cha Ekatra Churnayet, all together you have to make a powder. Takram Tadasutam, add it in Takra and keep it for at least 1 week or until it has become sour. Jatam, Asutam Jatam, once it is fermented, Takrarishtam Pibet Naraha. This Takrarishta should be given to the patient to drink. What are the gunas? Deepanam, Shota Gulma Arsha Krimi Mehodarapaham. It is best Deepana. It destroys Shota Gulma Arsha and Krimi Meha Udara. So Takrarishta is best. Coming to Takrabasti, it's not classically mentioned. The organizers here, Dr. Sudhir sir or the other alumni of Hubli, our Guruji, teacher Prashant sir used to talk about this. Even though classically it is not mentioned, but Charakas and all other acharyas have given us the liberty to add our Prakshepaka Dravyas as per the yukti of the patient, of the doctor in the patient suffering from different conditions. So as a Prakshepaka Dravya, when we use Takra as a basti, it gives a very promising results in case of Grahani, especially I don't want to say Grahani is IBS or ulcerative colitis, but I have seen best results in IBS and ulcerative colitis when Takra basti is given. You can follow the same formula. Many students may ask me the question, sir, what are the formulas of Takra basti? There is nothing classical reference. You have to use your own yukti and you can frame your own formula by Mashikam, Lavanam, Sneham, Kalkam, Kvatamiti Kramat. In that way, in Kvata, instead of the Kashaya alone, you can use the Musta Amlaki Kashaya Siddha Takra also. Because Musta, see here, the third line I have mentioned, Musta in Charaka, Sutrasthana 25, Yajyapurushi Adhyaya, if you people remember the Agra Sangrani Dravya, the qualities of Musta have been mentioned in that as Deepaniya, Pachaniya, Sangrahinam Shreshtam. Deepaniya, Pachaniya, Sangrahinam Shreshtam. So again, Samprapti Vikatani Grahani. What has happened in Grahani? The Agni's Deepana Shakti is lost, Pachana Shakti is lost, Grahani's Grahana Shakti is lost. So just one single drug reversing the complete pathology is Musta. Because Deepana Pachana for Agni, Grahi for Grahani. So Musta, Shatapushpa, Ajwain, all these are there, which are Deepana Pachana and Grahi. So in Takradhara, we do Takradhara because modern people say that IBS is somewhat psychosomatic in nature. So one of my friend has done in essential hypertension also. Dr. Ravi Arunsi has done Takradhara in essential hypertension. Nowadays we see many people going for Takradhara in Vatajagrani Lakshanas where more psychosomatic symptoms are there and the anxiety and depression are causing the IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. But I'm not, as I said, with due apologies, I'm not comparing Grahani with IBS or ulcerative colitis. Grahani is Grahani as per my concept, but I'm just trying to find some ways to treat some of the modern diseases which are very close to Grahani like IBS and ulcerative colitis. And Sattvaja Chikitsa, because obviously in IBS, nowadays the research says that mind over matter. Mind is the more cause for IBS than any pathological entity in the intestines. So Takradhara and Sattvaja Chikitsa should also be simultaneously given as the condition is said to be psychosomatic. Musta is there, and in Grana Shakti is lost. That is why you can use the drugs like Musta, Bilva, Shatapushpa, Takra. I just told you all. And very interestingly, if you all have read Ayurvediya Panchakarma Vijnana, a Hindi book written by the great Vaidya H.S. Kastureji, who was the godfather of modern Panchakarma, we call him, because many students have referred his books and he is one of the best clinicians. Vaidya H.S. Kastureji, in Hindi it was Ayurvediya Panchakarma Vijnana. In a Grahani type of conditions, he has mentioned to give the basti as a drip method. So as we administer the IV fluids intravenously, the same bottle of the IV type of bottle can be used, and there the takra or satyatak grutak kshirabasti ingredients or musta amlaki takra siddha can be put in that bottle. Use the same the drip pipe and remove the needle, and then the blunt end of that drip pipe can be, the cannula can be inserted into the anus, and the drip can be set in such a way, either 16 drops per minute or something like that. It's very interesting. You people can refer that book and read there. The Kshirabasti Takra or Mustamlaki Siddha Takra, I'm just using this Mutramlaki Takra. If you give in a drip method, because now what the modern doctors do in pediatrics, if the vein is not visible in small babies of 1 month or 1 day, some days, then the same IV fluid is given intrarectally for absorption. So Basti, one modified form is told in Kastureji's book of Ayurveda Panchakarma Vijnana. I'm just out of curiosity, I'm just telling you to refer that and think the possibilities of doing this. So for the Agni, we all know that eating too less or too much will not increase the Agni. Always in Matrasiti Adhyaya of Charaka Sutra Sthana 5, always Anna should be taken as per your own Agni Shaktya, as per your Agni Shakti. So if you follow the Hita Jirna, Mita, Ahara, if you are following this, Chiram Arogyam Ashnute, you'll stay long for, stay healthy for a long time. Avaishamyena Dhatunam, that means if you take proper food, there will be no Dhatu Vaishamya, Agni Vriddhi will be there, Samadoshas will be there, Samamadhya Dehasya Ushmatam Agni Samsitaha. So all these are dependent on the Agni. That is why most care should be taken for the Agni. So before concluding, I want to throw some light on this Parpati Kalpana. I think many people are using Parpati Kalpanas in Grahani. So the logic behind Parpati Kalpana, what we are taught by our gurus are, we are using the Kadali Patra. Why Kadali Patra? Kasharasa, Shitavirya, Stambhaka Grahi. So it increases the Grahana Shakti of Grahani. And you all know that the Dravadravya, the Rasadravya, what we put into the Kadali Patra, at the both behind sides of the Kadali Patra, we use Kaudang. Why Kaudang is used? Because Grahaninam Ashito Agni Dosha Haiti Grahani Dosha. So Pitta Vikara it is. Hence it is Samana Siddhanta of using the Gopitta present in the Kaudang. The Gopitta, the bile present of the cow in the Kaudang, the qualities of that bile are transferred into the Parpati. How? It is very scientific, my dear friends. So we are so lucky that we are into Ayurveda, that we don't say that Ayurveda is a non-science or it's not unscientific science. No, it is very scientific, absolutely scientific, because we all know what is diffusion and osmosis. Especially here, I want to highlight on osmosis. The flow of solvent molecules from the level of higher concentration to the level of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. So here, the Kadali Patra acts as a semi-permeable membrane, and the Kaudang is cool, cold. The Kadali Patra is cold, and the Dravadravya which you are using for the Parpati is hot. So once you pour that hot Dravadravya on the Kadali Patra and place one more Kadali Patra on that and put again Kaudang on that and you press it, what happens? As the Dravadravya of the Parpati cools down, the solvent molecules of the cow dung, that is Gopitta or Pitta Sadarmi Amsha, will be permitted through the Kadalipatra, and the Grahana Shakti or the Grahana Guna, Grahi Guna of Kadalipatra also is transferred into the Parpatis. So scientific it is. It's really, I get horripilations when I think about this Parpati Kalpana, why it is used in Grahani, because it is a Samana Siddhanta, increasing the Grahana Shakti of Grahani and increasing the Agni Shakti by giving the Pitta of cow in the form of Parpatis. So Panchamrita Parpati, many Parpatis are there. Kutaja Parpati is there. We use Kutaja Parpati, Kutaja Mustak, Kutaja Arista, Mustak Arista. So I think I'm in time, and I'll go for the conclusions. If any doubts, as the organizers have told, you can just put it on the message box. So we know that Ayurveda emphasizes on the importance of Agni in manifestation of all the rogas. Agni is most important for manifestation of all the rogas. As Grahani dosha itself is Agni dosha, unmanifested form of Grahani, if neglected, may become the cause for many serious health issues. Proper Ahara Vidhi explained in Ayurveda should be strictly followed to prevent Grahani. Especially, never indulge yourself in Ajirna Adhyashana. The main cause of Grahani is the Jiva Laulya or the greed of the tongue. So have a control on your tongue and mind also. Eat healthy. Don't be greedy for the food. Listen to your heart, not the tongue, when it comes to eating. If we don't, then it is termed as Prajna Paradam. Grahani is included as one of the Astamahagada. Many acharyas have included this because it is very difficult to treat. You cannot cure it suddenly if the disease is Eka Samvatsrotitam. If the disease is 1 year and old, it's very difficult to cure this. That's why it's a Mahagada. Management of Grahani in the initial stages is possible with the proper Panchakarma, followed by Shamanaushadis like Deepana Pachana and Grahi medicines. There is no effective and safe treatment for Grahani in modern science. Obviously, we all know that. They give some steroids and what sorts of tranquilizers like the chlorodiazep oxide and this type of tranquilizers and drugs they are giving, which makes them addiction towards the sleeping pills, like that type of thing. So steroids are often used, which are having drastic adverse events. Hence, the principles mentioned in Ayurveda in relation to Ahara Vidhi for the prevention of Grahani Chikitsa for the treatment is beneficial even today. Takra is Amrita Samanam Grahani, Takram Chakra Sadurlabham. So, Ayurveda Amrutanam, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my views on the trends in the treatment of Grahani Dosha. I hand over the proceedings to the organizers to go for QAs, if any.
Thank you very much, sir. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for giving us such an excellent session. It was a great pleasure listening to you. Now, we shall go ahead and take some time for questions. Just a reminder to the delegates, please be sure to post your questions into the chat box in your control panel. Shall we begin, sir?
Yeah, sure.
The first question is about a patient is complaining of passing of white colored powdered substance after passing motions, accompanied by pain in the right and left iliac regions. The patient is also complains of colitis since 1 year and PCOS since 2 years. What is the possible cause of white substance elimination and what treatment should be administered?
So the patient complains of white powder type of thing coming from the stool.
Yes, sir. And
Associated with
colitis. Colitis since 1 year and PCOS since 2 years.
Okay, so this PCOS gives us the clue that it is somewhat involvement of kapha. That is why the white substance type of thing comes. Maybe a mucoid, but I don't agree with the powdery substance. Here, if we treat the patient with mustakarista, maybe mustakarista in this condition may help so that the mucoid or the white substance along with PCOS, because PCOS is again as per Ayurveda, as per my